Hi everyone, welcome to Deb's Way, and I'm Deb, and you are here for hashtag Tea Tuesday. Seems like I just did this, but it has been over a week ago, so here we are again today. I've had people requesting or asking about these cookies that I got at Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago, wanting to know if I've tried them yet. Yes, I have tried them, and I'll go over which one I like best, but I do have them for today as a treat with tea, plus Belvita toasted coconut. This one is a good one, okay? If you haven't tried it, if you like coconut, this is a good cookie. So I have some of that, and it's all ready for tea, okay? Now for tea today, yes, I do have hot tea in my little tea for one teapot set up here, and I don't think I got this in England. I'm not sure. For some reason I thought I did. It kind of looks like a Hyde Park scene here, a very tailored green park scene, but I'm not positive. But I like it anyway. It's one of the little teapots that I have hung on to after getting rid of all the others. So let me take it apart here and pour some tea. Unfortunately, this one didn't come with a saucer, but this is the little teapot. It fits right into a nice sized mug, and as a matter of fact, let me see here. Made in England. Okay. And it actually says made in England 1998, so it's not a real big antique. Garden Teas, and Garden Tea Company was established in 1884. Okay, so my teacup, my tea. And pour just that. Let it cool off here a bit. I think it's really still really hot. That's good though. But anyway, I haven't got too much going on here this week. Not yet anyway. This is William's birthday week, okay? Yep, it's a big one. So we were out earlier today running a few errands, got a few things purchased that he wanted, went to lunch where he wanted to go, and he was happy about that. And we beat it home just before it poured down, totally, literally poured down. And it looks like we are expecting some more. I guess this is really typical of Florida summer, where we have rain in the afternoon, typically, just about every afternoon. So anyway, okay, you wanted to know about these cookies first of all. This one is the coconut macaroon, okay? What is this? By Little Dutch Maid. Okay, I'm not familiar with the company. This is from Dollar Tree. Not bad. It has a light coconut taste to it. Not bad. A 2 cookie serving of this is 130 calories for those of you who are curious about that, okay? So that's my taste test on that one. Oh. This is the shortbread. European Cookies Classic Shortbread, okay? What does this one say? 2 cookies is considered a serving, and it's 180 calories. I usually like shortbread as well. Yeah. Has a nice creamy buttery taste. Is there even butter in it? Has a vanilla butter taste. Okay, yeah. Thought it was buttery. They say it's vanilla butter. Very good as well. Okay, and now hey, these are the toasted coconut cookies from Belvita. They come in the little packages of 4 within here, and there's how many packages? Let's see here. There's 5 packs, so you get 20 cookies in a box this size, okay? And like I said, they come in a package of 4. These are delicious. And it tastes like toasted coconut. Yep. Very good. Okay, so actually all 3 are hits, okay, for an afternoon treat. Not bad at all. Now, let me get to this. This is, it's not a survey, it's just kind of something that a friend sent to me in an email. And it starts out, for those who are 60 years old and over, please read this. And I thought, oh, okay, well, what's this all about? And then I started reading some of the things that it talks about in here, and there's probably a good dozen or so points to go over. And some of the things I thought I just didn't agree with. But other things I thought, yeah, that's right on. And I thought I would just present that today in this little Tea Tuesday and see what you guys think, okay? And yeah, please let me know down below what you think of some of the things that I mentioned here. If you agree, if you disagree, and why type of thing, I think that'd be good to know, because I don't agree with all of these things either. Okay, the first information given says, between 60 years of age and death, it's time to use the money you saved up. Use it and enjoy it. Don't just keep it for those who may have no notion of the sacrifices you made to get it. Remember, there is nothing more dangerous than a son or daughter-in-law with big ideas for your hard-earned capital. Okay. Yes, I know there are some families out there that this would bring home to, but it's like, no. For William and I, like, I had no children, and basically he has no children either. We don't have anybody to leave things to necessarily, but we have a few things that might go to family members that I think that they would cherish and enjoy. As far as the money goes, we're enjoying our lifestyle now and intend to do so for many more years to come. Why not? We earned it. Now, if there's anything left over, well, you know what? Hey, whoever steps up first to claim it, it's all yours. There's nothing to fight over. There's nothing really to be had, we don't have any like family treasures or anything like that, or any great fortune. So whatever happens, happens. The next point says, warning, this is also a bad time for investments. Even if it seems wonderful or foolproof, they only bring problems and worries. This is a time for you to enjoy some peace and quiet. What? You know what? It's never too late to start saving some money, okay? No, you're not going to have millions saved up, but you will have a tidy sum built up for a rainy day. William and I have several different means of savings. We have a main one, the big one, and then we've got 2 little ones. One is pure pocket money, okay? And the other one is like spending money, mad money. And then we have the serious savings account. I just think if you are able to save anything, do so. Even when I was single for so many years before getting married the first time, I saved up a little money. And I can't imagine being without a little savings account. I know there are a lot of people out there that are not able to save, but it behooves you. It's in your best interest to put aside a little bit of money when you can, as you can, and forget it's there. Let it build up. It's an emergency fund for the future. Okay, next point is stop worrying about the financial situation of your children and grandchildren, and don't feel bad about spending money on yourself. You've taken care of them for many years. You've taught them what you could. You gave them an education, food, shelter, and support. The responsibility is now theirs to earn their own money. For the most part, that's true, okay? It was true in my case anyway. My family didn't have anything to leave me, but I knew that. I went to work as soon as I could. When I was in high school, yet I was working. I was earning money, and I saved as I went. I bought things that I needed and I wanted, So yeah, I took care of myself I didn't move out of home until I was maybe in my early 20s after, a few years of college. And then I started full-time at AT&T. Back then it was Northwestern Bell in Minnesota. And I moved away from home to go to work. So, hey, you know what? You'll learn as you go. Okay, next one. Keep a healthy life without great physical effort. Do moderate exercise like walking every day. Eat well, get your sleep. It's easy to become sick and it gets harder to remain healthy. That is why you need to keep yourself in good shape and be aware of your medical and physical needs. Keep in touch with your doctor. Do tests even when you're feeling well. Stay informed. Well, okay, when I was younger, yes, when I worked with Northwestern Bell or the Bell Company, I had good benefits. I had great benefits, and one of them was medical. So yes, whenever I was not feeling well, I went to the doctor. I had a doctor. But I do know a lot of younger people that, they rarely go to the doctor, and they don't have insurance to do so. But now at this stage of life, yeah, I go yearly, and just for a checkup type of thing, and get blood work done to see how everything's going, as well as medication, is concerned. Because once you get on some medication, you have to do blood work yearly to see how it's, working in your system, or if there are any problems, anything out of balance. So yes, I keep up on that. Let's see here, next one. Always buy the best, Always buy the best, most beautiful items for your significant other. The key goal is to enjoy your money with your partner. One day, one of you will miss the other, and the money will not provide any comfort then. Enjoy it together. Yes, for the most part. Enjoy what you've worked so hard to achieve. And share it, with your spouse, like it says, your significant other. Or if you do not have either of those, just enjoy it yourself. As far as go for the most expensive, beautiful items, not necessarily. Nice things, yes. Something that you might want, yes. But it doesn't always have to be top notch. Don't stress over the little things. You've already overcome so much in your life. You have good memories and bad ones, but the important thing is the present. Don't let the past drag you down, and don't let the future frighten you. Feel good in the now. Small issues will soon be forgotten. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, what they say, don't sweat the small stuff, okay? Yes, you are going to have ups and downs in life, no matter what stage of life you're going through. I think you learn as you go how to react to what happens around you and to you in life. So you take it as it comes. That's all you can do, really. Regardless of age, always keep love alive. Love your partner, love life, love your family, love your neighbor, and remember, a man is not old as long as he has intelligence and affection. I do believe there is some truth to the saying, like love makes the world go around. Love is an important thing in your life. It's wonderful to have love in your life, and it's wonderful to be loved, and that is very true. I know that I had a happy life before being married the first time, but I felt more complete somehow by being married. And then when my husband died, and I was a widow for, about 10, 12 years, something like that, before I met William, I was fine. I was happy. I had a happy life, but it was like, it was just me and the dogs. And I mean, it was a happy life, but it just wasn't fulfilled in a way. And then I met William, and since then it's like, yeah, life is richer, life is happier, and like I said, more fulfilled. And I think he feels the same way too. You know, he was widowed. He was a widower when we met. And I know that, well, anyway, I digress, okay? We do feel that, yes, our life has gone very, very well since we did get together. And we're happy with our life and the comfort that we have together. Okay. Be proud, both inside and out. Don't stop going to your hair salon or barber. Do your nails, go to the dermatologist and the dentist. Keep your perfumes and creams well stocked. When you're well maintained on the outside, it seeps in, making you feel proud and strong. Ugh. You know, that just does what, just take care of yourself. That's all that means, you know? Be proud of you and who you are, inside and out. There's no reason not to take good care of yourself, no matter what stage of life you're in, okay? Don't lose sight of fashion trends for your age, but keep your own sense of style. You've developed your own sense of what looks good on you. Keep it and be proud of it. It's part of who you are. Yeah, I kind of like this red t-shirt, okay? But anyway, fashions never really were important in my life. As far as having clothing that was something that I liked to wear, period, that was comfortable, yes. As far as the fashions go, I didn't have to have the latest fashions. No, not at all. Not in any stage of my life was it that way. So, yeah, whatever. Let's see here. Always stay up to date. Read newspapers, watch the news. Go online and read what people are saying. Make sure you have an active email account and try to use some of those social networks. You'll be surprised at what old friends you'll meet. Let me tell you about this one, okay? Yes, as far as the news goes, current affairs, that type of thing, we do keep up to date in that respect. And, well, I won't comment any further than that. We just do keep track of what's going on these days, good or bad, and lots of bad. But anyway, as far as the social networks go, was it like maybe 3 years ago? Not 4, I don't think, but at least 3 years ago. For some reason, I just started thinking about an old pen friend that I had in London. And we had corresponded for maybe 2 years at the most. This was back when I was in high school, well over 50 years ago, okay? And I started thinking about, well, I wonder if he's still in London. It was a male. And if he got married or what his life turned out to be, you know, because he was a year older than me, and I think we started corresponding when I was 15 or 16, something like that. So anyway, I started looking on Facebook, and I found somebody that I thought could be him. I wasn't sure. So I wrote a message, and I just said, you might not be the person I'm looking for. If you are, great. You know, I hope you respond. And then I just went into telling a little bit about myself to kind of refresh the memory if it was the right person. And I would say a couple weeks went by, no response, and I thought, okay, it wasn't him. Nah, it wasn't him. And then I got a response, and it was him. So over 50 years later, yes, we touched base again. And as a matter of fact, when I went to Great Britain on that tour with my 2 friends, we visited Glasgow, Scotland, and my friend lives just a little ways from there now. He lives in, I don't know how to say it, Ardrey, and he came down to Glasgow to meet me. So we met for the first time 50 some years after getting to know each other as pen pals. So that is one way to keep in touch through social network. And we're still in touch. We do text back and forth every now and then. Okay? Respect the younger generation and their opinions. Uh-oh. They may not have the same ideas as you, but they are the future and will take the world in their direction. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. Give advice, not criticism, and try to remind them that yesterday's wisdom still applies today. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to say anything too much on that. Anyway, and they say never use the phrase, in my time, your time is now. As long as you're alive, you are part of this time. I don't think I've used that exact phrase, but I'll say, like back in the day, and that just means I'm trying to describe, back when I was a kid, this sort of thing took place. I don't try to preach on anybody, but yeah, there's some concern as to how our world is going these days, what direction we're headed in, what the future is going to be like. But that's all I'm going to say on that. Okay, next. Some people embrace their golden years while others become bitter and surly. Life is too short to waste your days on the latter. Spend your time with positive, cheerful people. It'll rub off on you and your days will seem that much better. Spending your time with bitter people will make you feel older and harder to be around. I like to think that I'm pretty easygoing most of the time. I think that's very true. I'm pretty good-natured most of the time. But yeah, you can upset me, Anybody can be upset about something. It's just that that's not my nature on a permanent basis. I tend to just let things not slide, but I just kind of go with the flow, okay? So, do not surrender to the temptation of living with your children or grandchildren if you have a financial choice. Sure, being surrounded by family sounds great, but we all need our privacy. They need theirs and you need yours. Even then, do so only if you feel you really need the help or do not want to live by yourself. Well, okay, I don't have any choice like that at all, so whatever works out for the person at the time of need, fine, My mother lived with me and my first husband, and it worked out fine. She had her own separate place within our household, and it was like a little studio apartment for her, and we had the other part of the house. It did work okay with us. She really enjoyed having her own separate living quarters, and she was able to live as independently at that time as possible, So she was happy about that, and I was happy for her too. Don't abandon your hobbies. If you don't have any, make new ones. You can travel, hike, yeah right, cook, read, dance. You can adopt a cat or a dog, grow a kitchen garden, play cards, checkers, chess, dominoes, play golf. Whatever. Yes, I do believe hobbies are important. And I've got several. I do have several. So that keeps me going and keeps my mind active because I'm learning new things all the time. And I like that. And it also keeps me out around other people when I take classes, especially to learn new skills. Try to get out of the house, meet people you haven't seen in a while, experience something new or something old. The important thing is to leave the house from time to time. Go to museums, go walk through a park, get out there. Yeah, very true. Speak in courteous tones and try not to complain or criticize too much unless you really need to. Try to accept situations as they are, and sometimes it's hard to accept situations as they are, especially nowadays. But you deal with it as you can. Okay. Pains and discomfort go hand in hand pains and discomfort go hand in hand with getting older. That's true. Try not to dwell on them, but accept them as a part of life. Yeah, I mean, it is a part of it's a part of growing older. You have more pains and discomfort as you do get older. I've noticed that. Yep. Harder to get up from a sitting position. Getting down on the floor. Well, you can get down, but getting back up might be a little bit challenging. So, yeah. Anyway. If you've been offended by someone, forgive them. If you've offended someone, apologize. Don't drag around resentment with you. It only serves to make you sad and bitter. It doesn't matter who was right. Someone once said, holding a grudge is the taking poison and expecting the other person to die. Don't take that poison. Forgive, forget, and move on with your life. And yes, I agree for the most part. That is very true. Some of it to a certain degree. The last time I really had anything to forgive, I mean, okay, yeah, William and I have our little squabbles here and there, but that, you know, that's typical, and that's over and forgiven, and we carry on. But the last big thing that I do remember is when I was still employed at the Adventist clinic that I worked at for 9 months, I think it was, something like that. And I worked with a bully. Yeah, I did I did a video on this subject, about a year ago, I think, and explained, you know, what it was like and what happened. And do I forgive her? I forgive her for being the type of person she is. She can't help it totally because she was brought up to be that way, in a way. Her environment and family situation, which is her environment too, but okay, her environment caused her to be the way she was, and probably still is. I don't know, but I sure didn't appreciate it. So I always do regret leaving that job because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing the work, but she made it just impossible to deal with. So I don't regret leaving totally, but totally forgive her for the way she treated me. But I can forgive her for the type of person that her life turned her into, put it that way. I hope that she might grow out of it, but I don't know. She was just a few years younger than me and had been this way her whole life, so who knows. Anyway, I made it through, I persevered, and I came out ahead. The last thing on the list says, laugh away your worries. Remember, you were one of the lucky ones. You managed to have a life, a long one. Many never get to this age, never get to experience a full life. And that's what it says. And you know what? That is true. I mean, I recently turned 70. I still to this day can't believe I am 70 years old, actually 70 plus years old. I never thought about being this age, but I am. So, and yes, I have seen several school friends, including my best childhood friend, die at an early age. And it's like, what a loss. I wish I still had them in my life now, but that just wasn't meant to be. So what has life got in store for me from this point on? I really don't know. I just take it one day at a time and try to stay as upbeat and positive as possible. And of course you're going to have your ups and downs. That's life, okay? But you just deal with it. And I've learned to deal with it. Not necessarily hide away from it, but just learn what I really have to accept or forget, or, you know, just kind of move away from, okay? Not ignore. It's not good to ignore something, but you do have to deal with it in some way. So anyway, that kind of got serious, didn't it? Yeah. I think I need to have another cookie and some more tea, and that's about it for today, okay? I hope you guys weren't bored. And really, let me know what you think about this. But for right now, that's about all I have. Need to think about what to fix for dinner. I'm not really hungry after the big lunch we had and then cookies. But I think I'll have another cookie, bite of cookie. Some more tea. My tea is cold now, but that's okay. I can take cold tea. Hope you're all having a good one out there. You take care. we'll be talking again real soon. But for right now, for this Tea Tuesday, that's going to be it. Bye for this time. Happy Tea Tuesday. Yeah. Hmm.